Welcome to part 2 of our computation video. So let's continue. In 1965, the population of country A was 2,714,000. In 2015, the population was 3,663,900. So A says, write the population in 2015 correct to three significant figures. Again, first significant figure here is 3. The third one is 6. The digit immediately after the 6 is 3, so we're going to round down. So it's going to be 3, 6, 6, and we're going to replace every digit to our right to make it 0, so we can keep the value. So it's 3,660,000 now. Then B says, write the population in 1965 in standard form. In standard form, we're writing to see how many multiples of 10 we can get from this number. So let's go back. So decimal points are at the end. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And why do I stop between the 2 and the 7? Because I need, when writing standard form, we're going to write it in the form a times 10 to the n power, where a is a number, a is greater than or equal to 1, but less than 10. So it's going to be 2.714 times 10 to the 6th power. 10 to the 6th power is a million, and if we multiply this 2.714 by a million, we're going to get back the original number. So that's what we do right there. Now the next part says, determine the percentage increase in the population from 1965 to 2015. Now first we need the difference, so we subtract to get the difference, which is 36,639 minus 271400, and the difference is gonna be first 949. Let me double check if that difference is correct. Well, yes, that difference is correct. And then to get the percentage increase, so it's percentage increase, we're increasing from the 2,714,000. So we're going to put our difference over it. 2,714,000 multiplied by 100%. Let's go down a little. Yeah. 100% over 1. And this is going to give us 35%. So the population would have increased by 35%. Now our next question here says the ratio of teachers to male students to female students in a school is 3 to 17 to 18, which means for every 3 teachers there are 17 males and there are 18 female students. So if the total number of students in the school is 630, determine the number of teachers in the school. All right, so it said this 630 represents total number of students, not everyone in the school. So we need to focus on the parts, combine this part for the students, male and female, which is 17 plus 18 is 35. So therefore the ratio of teachers, so to students, we can say T to S, would be 3 to 35. If you add the 17 plus 18, it's going to give us 35. Now we need to know the number of teachers. So number of teachers is going to equal, it's a ratio 3 to 35 as a fraction is 3 over 35 times 630. Why? Because 630 students are there and the 35 is representing 630. So when we do this fraction, let's clear my calculator here, we're going to get 54 teachers. So we need 54 teachers. All right, let's keep going. You can always pause the video and complete the question, then you can play to see if you get it correct. There's more than one way to work problems. So person could get like what is one part and then multiply it by 3, Doesn't matter once you get the question and you have a solid procedure of how you work it. Now, here's our next question. If you client, someone is trying to call me. Okay. So this one says, using a calculator or otherwise calculate the exact value of. I recommend you practice using a calculator to do these problems. Each calculator is different, so if I explain it using my calculator, I'm using a T184 Plus calculator, so it's more advanced than the one you're using for CSEC, but it has the same features. However, the fraction part on each calculator kind of changes a little, so it's best to practice with your calculator. However, I'm going to show you without the use of a calculator. So I'm going to show you this part. So first, let's convert this mixed fraction into improper. 1 times 7 is 7 plus 4 is 11 over 7 plus 2 over 3 minus 1 times 6. 6 plus 1 is 5. It's 11 over 6 here. Now, the best thing here is to get everyone to have the same lowest common multiple, same denominator. That's what we need. The lowest common multiple for 7, 3, and 6. Well, 7 and 6, we can think of 42. And also it's 42 gonna be, yeah. So 42. So this way, I think this way works best. So 42 here, put the plus here, put the minus right there. And then we say 7 into 42 goes 6 times. 6 times 11, that's going to give us 66. And then 3 into 42, that's going to go 14 times. 2 times 14 is 28. And 6 into 42 is going to go 7 times, so it's going to be 77. 77. Now we can add first and then subtract. So again, if you use a calculator here, 66 plus 28, that's going to give you 94 minus 77. It's going to be 17. So that leaves us with 17 over 42. And we're unable to simplify. So that's our exact answer right here. Now let's move on to the next. It says write the value of, and for persons unable to see clearly, it's cube root 27 over 9 squared. So that's what we're working with as a fraction is lowest term. So what's the cube root of 27? That's, oh, I should have written it over here. Oops. Let's go again. Okay. 27 over 9 squared. Cube root of 27, which number when multiplied by itself 3 times give us 27, and that number would have been 3, positive 3, and 9 squared is 81, 9 times 9. Now we can simplify this by using 3 itself. 3 into, divide both the numerator and denominator by 3. 3 into itself goes 1 time, and 3 into 81 goes 27 times. And there we are in the simplest form. Moving on to the next problem. This one says, the thickness of one sheet of cardboard is given as 485 times 10 to the minus 2 millimeters. So here, this is like it's written, seems to be written in standard form, but it's not complete. A construction worker uses 75 sheets of the cardboard stacked together to insulate a wall. Show that the exact thickness of the insulator is 363.77 millimeter. All right, so this is one more. So it says the thickness of 1 is this, and he used 75 of it. So all we have to do here is to multiply. So we're proving this is the answer we should get. Once it says show that, we're proving. It says exacts. So we show that the exact thickness. So thickness is going to equal 75 times 485 times 10 to the minus 2. 485 times 10 to the minus 2. 485 times 10 to the minus 2 is going to equal 75 times 485 times 10 to the minus 2. 485 times 10 to the minus 2 is going to equal 75 times 485 times 10 to the minus 2. 485 times 10 to the minus 2 is going to equal 75 times 485 times 10 to the minus 2. 485 times 10 to the minus 2 is going to equal 75 times 485 times 10 to the minus 2. 485 times 10 to the minus 2 is going to equal 75 times 485 times 10 to the minus 2. 485 times 10 to the minus 2 is going to equal 75 times 485 times 10 to the minus 2. 485 times 10 to the minus 2 is going to equal 75 times 485 times 10 to the minus 2. 485 times 10 to the minus 2 is going to equal 75 times 485 times 10 to the minus 2. 485 times 10 we know what 10 to the minus 2 is. Means that we're going to move our decimal point to 2 places. No, let's not move it. Well, we can. It's going to be 4.85. That's what it is pretty much. But let's go with a calculator. So it's going to be 75 times 485. And then we multiply 10 2. And we get the exact answer, even if 485. Oops, let's try that again. All right, so even if we convert it, we get the same. So it's going to be 363.75 millimeter. All right, next one says write the thickness of the insulator correct to two significant figures. Now, the digit in the second significant figure is right here. Oops, if I leave it like that, person will interpret it wrong. So let's just write it back. 363.75. Now, second significant digit stops right there. The 3 is less than 5, so we're going to round down. So it's 360. After the decimal point, we don't want to put like zeros here because this is going to be 5 significant digit because these zeros are going to be trailing zeros. We don't want that. So we're going to just leave it like this, 360 millimeters. And that's it. Two significant figure. And the same to one decimal place. Now they want it to one decimal place. So again, we can even write it back. 363.75. First decimal place is a 7. Digit after is 5. So we can round up here. It'll be 363.8 millimeters. And that's it for this part. In standard form now. So let's write it again. 363.75. Now, we need to move the decimal point to ensure that we have a number between 1 and 10, inclusive of 1 can be included. So go 1, 2. Therefore, we're going to have 3.6375 times 10 to the positive 2. And then our final question. So this is our last question for today. Mark is on vacation in the Caribbean. He changes 4,500 Mexican pesos to Eastern Caribbean dollars. He receives 630 Eastern Caribbean dollars. Complete the statement below about the exchange rate. So we're given what is converted, but we just don't know what rate. So we're asked to find the rate. All right. In doing these problems, I rather you can take whichever method you want, but one way to do it, you can use a ratio method, or we can just do a division. So it would be 4,500 divided by 630. That's if you understand the concept. But if you take the ratio method, then we can compare, say, Eastern ECD to Mexican dollars. So now this is what we know. We want 1 EC. We don't know how many Mexicans, so we can put P for pesos. We know that when we have 630 of this, we get 4,500 Mexicans. So let's continue over here. Now we're going to write it as a fraction. I'm going to make this side my numerators for my fractions. Right here, I like to make I know my numerator. So that means I'm going to have P over, can have P over 1 equals, so I'm going to have P over 1 is equal to 4,500 over 630. So start right there. P over 1 is just P. And then we put this. So 4,500 divided by 630. And that's 7. So $7.14. So $7.14. That's the equivalence for it. Round to 2 decimal places. All right, so here is the last of our questions on computation. You may move on to the other problems that we have, the other topics. Thank you. You may share, like, comment, or make replies to your comments.